A new immigration law is sparking debate across the country. The Laken Riley Act expands detention for undocumented immigrants, including those accused but not convicted of certain crimes.
Fox 5's Carla Salinas has more on what this could mean for undocumented people. Carla?
Well, under the Laken Riley Act, an arrest even without a conviction could mean mandatory detention for undocumented immigrants. Supporters of the act say it helps remove individuals who could pose a threat, like Nevada Senator Catherine Cortez Masto, who was among the Democrats who voted in favor, saying, quote, "For the small number who commit crimes, the American people expect consequences, but critics argue it leaves little room for due process."
And one of the differences for immigrants is there's no latitude to make a mistake and then, learn from it and grow up and live a great life. And most of us are able to make mistakes. There are consequences for mistakes, of course, but for immigrants, there's just no margin of error.
Kagan tells me that even a decades-old accusation could still lead to indefinite detention under this new law.
And President Donald Trump signed the Laken Riley Act into law on January 29th. He stated the legislation will save countless American lives.